Welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Sullivan. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And some room to work. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. To the air again, Tannehill. And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look to throw. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Henry again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Carr. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Julio. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 98 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw his car. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley.
He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. After, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a play fake. Carr.
That's complete to Rodgers.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 45 on second down. Carr. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out right at the 35.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Tannehill. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's caught by Sims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. Here's Tannehill.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, second and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Jones running left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Dillon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Crosby puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give to Henry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. A throw taken in by Sims. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry for Henry, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill.
Open man here, Sims complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He's got this one complete to Rodgers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Again, it's Jones. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Dillon powers through him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Carr will look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Sullivan. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd down at 5.
Again, it's Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Caught by Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, Tannehill.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 26, check 26.
Off play action, Tannehill. Flushed out right. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action, it's Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. On first down, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Tannehill. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run it again with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Tannehill now to throw. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And how about this? It's complete. Touchdown. Anthony Firkser, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing his car. Pass complete, Tunyon.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Carr. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. Now Carr.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
Carr. A check down here to Jones.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Carr to throw.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.